over 1,000 people watching here for this race start. 5 red lights here in Las Vegas, and we are underway. A very swift start from Tamas Gale heading in towards turn number 1 ahead of Shanaka Clay, who's going to get the launch and get up the inside into that first corner. 3 wide for second position at the moment. It's Luke Smith on the inside and getting through. It's been a horrid start for Tamas Gale, losing now 3 places. Ishmael Fassi going to be challenging for second position ahead of Luke Smith off the exit of turn number 4, and in towards turn number 5 they go. Shanaka Clay with a fantastic getaway in this race. He will lead them all in towards the end of the first sector. What a poor start for Tamas Gale, who's continuing to slip down the order.
Yeah, tap the back of Luke Smith in towards turn 5, but then put him under more pressure. Then we have Rishan Jacobs up the inside of the Haas as they come through towards turn 7 and 8. Rishan just couldn't get himself through for there. Duggan Hoffland being caught up with Rishan at the outside of turn 9. Luckily, they both make it through unscathed. Then we've got Kai Pearson fight the King going up for P8 and 9. They're going to go side by side in towards turns number 12. And look at that gap already between the top 2 and 3. It's already a second between Ishmael Fassi and Luke Smith. What a great start from the top 2. That 1 second gap, you can easily get back into it because you can just use all that battery and catch up easily. So that's the only issue that Shanaka Clay has at the moment, as we have Jan Halliday from Nicholas Longay in towards turn number 14. I thought it for 1 minute then. Nicholas Longay went into the wall because he went a little bit deep in towards the corner. Then the camera cut off as yet again we got very poor camera angles on this F123 game as Barry Burman now passed Jan Halliday. Isvan Pukki now passed Kian, puts himself into that top 10 and still likes to honour up me being stuck down at the bottom, obviously choosing to go on those harder compensated tyres. Yeah, bit of a mistake there from Richard Jacobs coming out turn 16. He's got Kai Pearson from Fabrizio Donoso on his inside as well as Isvan Pukki as they head through towards turn 17. Up the inside full for Fabrizio Donoso into turn 17. Great move there to get himself ahead of the Alfa Romeo Kai Pearson, who's going to try and go around the outside of Richard Jacobs in towards turns 3 and 4. Just stuck behind at the moment behind the McLaren. He's got big slide from Richard. It's going to lose him a lot of time down towards turn 5. Inside line for Fabrizio Donoso makes his way through. Kai Pearson also looking to make his way through as well on Richard Jacobs in towards the break zone at turn number 5. Isvan Pukki again as well in on the McLaren. Richard Jacobs had a very scruffy lap from turn 16 onwards. Just hasn't gone
all over the rear of Shanaka Clay, pulling to the inside in towards turn number 5. Being in the DRS train, it makes it very difficult to make these moves stick, but he goes very deep on the brakes down the inside. That's a big mistake there from Tamas Gale. Contact with himself and Shanaka Clay, both of them into the wall. We have terrible camera angles. I'm not too sure what happened there. Shanaka Clay still on the inside of the Hungarian, who went up the inside completely, locked the tyres, and that is a big error from him there. He sacrificed now 2 places for Shanaka Clay and himself. Philip Presnader and Duncan Hoffman, both of them got through.
Top 5, they hit the back. A bit of a lock up there from Nicholas Longay towards the break zone. Nearly did what he did at turn 14 last time out. Barry Burman gets a 3-second penalty for corner cut in. And it seems he got past Kai Pearson as well. Alvaro Caraton got himself past Jan Halliday. Richard Jacobs also looking to make himself through an Alvaro Caraton. There's battling all throughout the grid as Kai Pearson gets himself back ahead of Barry Burman.
Barry Burman had to let him through. He overtook off the circuit, and so he's lost a whole heap of time, as well as getting a 3-second time penalty. That's straight up. That's not for multiple warnings. So Barry Burman potentially has some grounds to contest that and giving him a run for his money. It's been great seeing Kai Pearson at the minute. I think Barry's had enough. He's into the pit lane now. So is Philip Presnader. He sped. Philip sped into the pit lane. That's disastrous for his race. Ishmael Fassi also into the box too, but Philip Presnader will take a penalty for speeding. Picks up his 3rd warning of this race. Meanwhile, Dylan Warren is going to get through on Jan. Multiple other drivers now coming into the pit lane. Luke Smith, Nicholas Longay, Tamas Gale is into the box as well. I think Kai Pearson as well. This is now the time to pit onto a set of the mediums and go to the end of this race. It seems like the softs is the strategy that you should have gone for, because Nicholas Longay, Barry Burman, Isvan Pukki, they've really integrated themselves very nicely into positions that were greater than the ones that they started at the beginning of this race. How much time, how much track position are you willing to sacrifice to have these quicker tyres at the end of this race? These guys, they're deciding to come into the pit lane 3 laps later than the likes of Philip Presnader, Isvan and Ishmael Fassi.
Yeah, we've also still got Jan Otmir, Daniel Kelson, Alvaro Caraton, Jan Halliday, Paul all staying out on track. So I'm starting to think maybe some of them thinking about possibly going on to a set of softs before the end, trying to have that last lap lunge on those newer tyres that we can see. Nicholas Longay takes the fastest lap, currently sitting in that net P5 ahead of his teammate Roman, who has that 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Which
order is when it gets big. 5 laps to Philip Presnader and Isvan Pukki, 4 laps.
Luke Smith! He's round. Contact with Barry Burman at the inside at turn 4.
Oh, and he has wing damage. Luke Smith has wing damage there. He's been able to keep the car rolling, and it's going to continue along in this race.
What a shame.
That's heartbreaking. Yeah, it is, because Luke Smith was in such a good position. Harsh penalty, but it's fair if you know, someone just barrels it into the pit lane. 5-second time penalty could be justified. Of course, it is a bit harsh when it's maybe a kilometre per hour over, but you know, drawing the line somewhere, that is the penalty that Philip Prejeda has to serve. If there's a glitch, he could be able to get that removed. We'll just have to wait and see. But Shanaka Clay having great battle with Fabrizio Donoso at the minute. It seems like Shanaka is going to be able to get through, and now is all over the rear of Tamas Gal. Just 20 laps or so ago now, Tamas Gal and Shanaka Clay had their little fight, and Tamas Gal will easily let Shanaka go through. Maybe as a little bit of apologies there for potentially ruining his race earlier on. But out of this Grand Prix, we're on lap number 22 of 25. 4 laps to go in this race. Duncan Hoffman down the inside of Tamas Gal towards turn number 5. Is that going to be the move set for the Dutchman? It seems like he's now up the inside in towards turn number 6 of Tamas. Can he make this one stick through the triple chicane, which has caught so many drivers out so far? Almost into the outside wall for Duncan Hoffman, but once again the inside line for him there. Will be now side by side down this next straight through Sands Avenue to try and make the move stick on Tamas Gal, and he has indeed made that one work. All this battling has allowed for Jan Ortmeier in behind to get within that 1 second window that he needs to take DRS down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Jan Ortmeier is officially in this race and out. We've got 2 laps to go this time by Ismail Fassi, still leading ahead of Istvan Pukki. Philip Prejeda in the fight as well. Nicolas Longue could potentially be taking the win from all the way down, in 17th on the grid. Barry Burman is also up from 19th on the grid. It's been a great race from the Ferraris today, as now Istvan Pukki defending the inside from Philip Prejeda. Nicolas Longue looking to go through. Philip's around. No, Istvan's around. What's happened there? Istvan Pukki goes for a spin. All of a sudden, Philip Prejeda now losing a number of positions. Both of the Ferraris are through. Someone's coming to the pits. That's Shanaka Clay with wing damage, I think, indeed. No, he's going to stay out. Shanaka Clay, his race going from bad to worse. It was looking so good at the beginning. What's going on at this point in the race? Ismail Fassi now 2.2 seconds clear. Istvan Pukki.
Donoso's got...
Okay, yeah, Fabrizio Donoso, something's happened with him. He's got no front wing. What's happened there? But Fabrizio Donoso deciding to stay out. His day is completely in ruins now. Ismail Fassi's 2 seconds clear of everyone. Actually, not too bad for him, and he's still going in this first sector. It's going to be absolutely horrid for Fabrizio Donoso to control the car, but he's doing a good job and can still actually get some points in this race. Having a look then at Jan Ortmeier, he's going to get through on Duncan Hoffman, obviously, because Duncan has got that wing damage from his contact with Philip Prejeda. Shanaka Clay is going to retire in the pit lane, as now Daniel Shelson, oh dear, Fabrizio Donoso, yeah, he's going to have such a difficult time of actually keeping these guys behind. Szymon Okonski looking to potentially get his first points on debut. Rissan Jacobs has another plan though. He'll go up the inside and try and get through on Fabrizio Donoso, but he's almost shoved wide. That's because Fabrizio just has no control at the minute. He's going to let everyone through at this point, and he's unfortunately out of the points. But let's have a look at the front of the order for Ismail Fassi. He is 1.9 seconds clear of Nicolas Longue. We were promised a fight right to the end, but it's looking like it's going the way of Ismail. Once again, he took victory in round number 1 of Bahrain. He had a decent enough finish last time out in Silverstone, and he sits second in the standings at the minute. Further back behind, Barry Burman is going to get through on Nicolas Longue. The penalty for Barry is not really going to mean anything for the position in this race. Nico will still finish ahead of his teammate, but neither of them are going to get through on Ismail Fassi as he heads now through the final corner. Ismail Fassi, 2 wins in 3 races for him. He'll come across the line to take victory in Las Vegas. The Ferraris make it a double podium, but with the penalty applied, Duncan Hoffman ends up in 3rd. Barry Burman will come home in 4th, 5th for Tamas Gal, 6th for Daniel Shelson, 7th is Warren, 8th is Jan Ortmeier, Szymon Okomski in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Rishan Jacobs.